kind of ruined YouTube.
We kind of did ruin YouTube. As someone with 25 million followers, what are the best tips you could give everyone watching this? How they can go from maybe 1,000 followers to 25 million followers?
The cameras, cut the cameras. No, stop. No, Owen, I'm walking. I told you not to play that video. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. Cut it. I'm done.
Dude, so this is the podcast.
This is the podcast, bro. This is the podcast.
Wow.
I know.
This is beautiful.
This is beautiful. The lights, the different angles.
Yes,
wow,
sir.
This is great, dude.
I love it. This is a historic day, ladies and gentlemen. We are blessed with the presence of a man with 25 million followers across all platforms. That's right, 25 million followers. It's more followers than Australia, Syria, North Korea, Sweden, Switzerland, Norway, all these countries, all these states. And he is not only going to just bless us with his presence today, he's going to share with us how he got from 0 to 25 million followers and the tips that anyone watching this, that myself can use in order to get from 0 followers to 25 million followers. Please welcome, put your hands together for JT Casey!
Wow, crazy intro. Maybe the best intro to podcast ever.
I love it,
bro. That was amazing.
Thank you. Hey, you ready to get juicy? I'm going to ask you some moist questions today, all right?
Moist?
Moist. And before also we get into practical tips that you can give the people watching this, how it can happen to them and how they can have more followers in Switzerland.
That's good.
We got to hear about the origin story.
Okay.
JT, how did this all happen? How did you get to 25 million followers? What happened?
Dude, I mean, it didn't happen overnight. You know what I mean? Like this started, I started posting in 2019.
Yeah.
Is this a poster of me being put?
That's
This is
literally
happening
you,
right
bro.
now.
Yes,
Oh my-
yes.
Is this wall just gonna be filled up by the
This
time
is all going
we're
to be
done
filled
with
up. By the end of
podcast?
this
Okay,
video,
great.
the entire wall is going to be covered with baby pictures of you.
That's fantastic.
Okay, pause.
Cool.
What's the story of this and your dad? What do you remember this? Do you have a recollection of this memory?
I'm not. I don't remember this. I do not remember this at all. I know this picture, and I remember this being like a fun moment, but I don't even know how you got this. How did you get this? No, I don't remember the story there, but it looks like I was having a lot of fun.
Yes.
So,
That's wonderful.
anyways, but yeah, started 6 years ago. And it was, I've always wanted to act. And I had an agent at the time and she was like, well, you should probably start posting on social media. We're noticing a lot more clients get like jobs if you post on social media. And I'm like, well, it's not really, you know, I really want to act. I don't want to be doing social media. And then I posted like 3 videos, kind of forgot about it. And then one of them just kind of took off.
Really?
And then I went to 2019 VidCon. And I was like, whoa, these are my people. This is what I want to do. I love this. So much fun. Love the creator community. Love the space. And then the next year when I went to school, I was like, okay, if I hit 1 million followers on TikTok, I'm going to leave and I'm going to pursue this. And then within the first like 2 months of school, I had 1 million followers. And then I left and did it. So
what was that first video that made you go viral?
dude, it was embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. It was really embarrassing. This might be the most cringy video I think you've ever made in my life.
You're joking.
It was really bad. It was, you know, let's go back a second. 2019. Again, this is when cringy TikTok was a thing, and there was this trend. It was like it was a trend where you would pretend to get pulled off, like you would like you.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It was this trend where you would pretend to get pulled off to the side of the camera and you would, someone would duet the video and you'd pretend to kiss the person who was duetting the video, but you would pull yourself off to the camera, right? So just that trend alone, right? That isn't the thing that blew me up. The thing that made that video go parabolic was 2019. You know, who's one of the most controversial people at the time? Logan Paul. So I had my girlfriend at the time got me as a joke, like a Maverick hoodie, as like a joke for a proposal. Like it was a thing. And so I had this hoodie, I wore it. So, you know, rage bait immediately. I didn't do it necessarily on purpose, but I was like, this is funny. The video went crazy. It went, you know, crazy. So many people again were just like making fun of me, but like in a lighthearted way. You know what I mean? People like were duetting the video and like doing like whatever. And then PewDiePie reacted to it. And then that's when everything just started going crazy. And then PewDiePie was making fun of me, and I'm like, I peaked. You know what I mean? PewDiePie saw one of my videos. Let's go. You know, but it was embarrassing, dude.
Well, what's funny is
please never find that video.
So what's funny is we actually have the video ready to go, and I'm gonna play it right here.
No, turn it off. No, turn it. No, Owen. Oh, no, turn it off.
It's about to happen. You're about to
cut the cameras. No, stop.
Oh my
so
God.
Embarrassing. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna be the first guest to walk.
No.
Owen, I'm walking. I told you not to play that video. I'm out. I'm done. Cut it. I'm done. I'm done.
I was kidding.
Do not release this.
Dizzy, I was kidding.
I'm done. No, I'm joking. I'm back.
Okay, boom.
Okay.
So how long did it take for you to go from 0 followers on TikTok to 1 million, your first mil?
I think it was like 6 or 8 months.
6 or 8 months.
Something like that.
Okay.
So I started like in the middle / beginning of 2019.
Okay.
And then I think at the beginning of 2019, and then towards the end is when I hit like I think somewhere in 1 million, something like that.
Well, 1 million followers is already a ton of followers, and I still can't wait to hear about a day in the life of a 25 million followed man and practical steps on how it can happen to anyone watching this. But again, before we get into that, I want to continue this and continue the story of how we got from 1 million followers now to 25. So you have 1 million in 2019. You just went to VidCon.
So that first video blew up. And I got like, I remember I woke up the next day with like 80,000 followers, and I was like, whoa, that's crazy. This is a lot of people. That's never happened to me before, obviously. And I remember, I didn't know how you can monetize it. I didn't know, I guess like how significant that was, but in 2019, having followers was much different than it is in 2025. And I remember, on my way to, I had an audition in LA the next day. I grew up in Orange County, and I was driving to LA. So it's like a 45-minute drive. I remember going live. And people were like sending gifts. I was with my dad. Me and my dad were just talking. It was like a completely normal thing. Like, I don't know. I had like a couple hundred people in the live, whatever. In that like 45 minutes, I remember ending the live stream when I got to the audition and looking at my like little balance on live or whatever. And it was like $350. And I was like,
let's go.
I was like, wait, I made money? Like what? Like that's insane. And then that made kind of like the wheels in my head start turning. I'm like, wait, if I can make $350 in 45 minutes, like why am I going to a commercial audition that if I get like, even if I book it, I'm going to make, maybe $5,000-$10,000, and I'm going to have to go back for callbacks 3, 4, 5, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was like, there's definitely something here. I don't know like exactly what it is. And then again, I did, VidCon. I think I had like a couple 100K, but again, I wasn't taking it super seriously. And I was like, these are absolutely my people.
Wow.
Like I love this. This is what I want to do. And then I remember when I went back to school, I like told myself if I hit 1 million followers, like that was it. I was going to leave. I was going to pursue social media full time, and I was doing 2 videos a day, and I was just going so hard. And yeah, within the first like month and a half, I got 1 million followers on TikTok. It was insane. It was a crazy time.
1 million followers in 45 days in 2019.
It was crazy.
In 2019, that's a lot. Now there's like inflation and everything, but people don't realize 2019 getting 1 million followers in 45 days.
It's very true.
Is insane.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you went to VidCon. You're at 1 million followers. How do you go from 1 million to 25?
So this was before the pandemic, and there was this thing called the Lights Out Tour. And it was one of the biggest tours in 2019, whatever.
Social media tour.
Yes. Social media tour with all of like the biggest people on TikTok at the time. And then of course I leave, 2 months goes by, COVID hits, and the tour didn't happen.
Yeah.
And, but social media just skyrocketed as a whole. So I was, since I started kind of before that, I just kind of rode the wave with everyone else. Started making a lot of videos with my family, a lot of videos with my mom, my sister. And then, just kind of over the next year or so grew that. Turned 18, you texted me and you were like, I have a show opportunity in LA. I want to move out to LA. I mean, you can also tell that story.
Just really quick, the rundown of JT, Casey, and Owen Holt's lore is we just were very cordial with each other in 2019 and 2020. We barely knew each other. He was one of the only people that I knew that was living in Southern California. And so LA for me was always a dream. I had always wanted to move there ever since I was, young. And even before social media and acting started to blow up, I was applying to UCLA. I was trying to find any excuse to get out to LA. And so JT and we didn't really know each other that well. And so I just texted him anyways. I was like, hey, would you ever want to be roommates in Los Angeles and just do life together and motivate each other, encourage each other, help each other film? And it's funny because JT Casey is the only person I know that is crazy enough to say yes to living with me. And so we move in together. It's 2021 at this point. You're at how many followers in 2021?
I think it was like 3 million, maybe.
You're at 3 million followers in 2021.
Right.
But things started to get crazy around 2022.
Yes.
You went from 3 million followers to 10 million in the span of like a few months. Tell that story. How did that happen?
Yeah. So ever since I started social media, TikTok was fantastic. Everyone loves TikTok, but you want to do YouTube. That's always the dream. That's always the especially most content creators. It's always, I want to be a YouTuber, or maybe that was just my perception, or that was just me. But I really, really wanted to do YouTube, but the barrier to entry was so high because it's like doing short form content. You could be great at a 45-second video, but when you're trying to do a 10-minute long video, it's different. It's so different.
Yeah. And really quick, once upon a time, YouTube Shorts didn't actually exist.
That's
contrary
true.
to popular opinion.
Yes.
I don't know how old everyone that's
Yes.
watching this is, but Shorts on YouTube didn't always exist. It was only long form.
Correct.
And the way to make it work on YouTube was 10-minute minimum long videos. And so you were getting into YouTube at that time before Shorts existed, right?
Yes. So yeah, I mean, I think I had 50K or I had around 50K before Shorts existed.
Okay.
We were filming with one of our long form friends, and I had I had sit down conversation with him for 2 hours. No, I probably wasn't 2 hours, probably more like an hour. And he was like, YouTube Shorts is the future. You have to do YouTube Shorts. This is the thing. A lot of people don't know about it. You got to start posting on this. And I'm like, well, shoot, again, YouTube is what I always wanted to do. So I dropped my entire catalog from TikTok, which was 800, 1,000 videos onto YouTube Shorts in 2022. Got 400K from just repurposing.
On YouTube?
Yes.
From Shorts? Okay.
And I was like...
Still in 2022 at this point?
Still in 2022. And I was like, okay, it's working, but I've gone through my entire catalog. I've reposted all my content. What content are we going to move forward with here? What I can't just keep reposting. And commentary reaction content ended up being the thing that worked. So then I started diving into that and figuring out what the world of reaction content is. Became really successful in that niche and did it went from 400K to 3 million. And then by the start of 2023, I was posting one long form video a week, which was doing fantastic, and then 2 shorts a day. All original, organic content. And at that point, I was considering myself a YouTuber.
Wow.
The dream was to pass my TikTok, which was at 4 million followers at the time. And I was like, when I pass my TikTok, I'm going to be a YouTuber. You know what I mean? So then I went through this entire content shift at the mid to beginning of 2023, where I wanted to do more real life stuff. And then that's when it went from 3 million followers to 15 million followers.
Okay. So you're at 4 mil on TikTok at this point, 4 mil on YouTube at this point, which means you're at 8 million followers across platforms in 2023.
Is that not insane? My brain cannot process that many people following one person. It's insane. It's crazy.
And that's only a third or fourth of what you have right now. But let's pause and sit here at 8 million followers for a second. It's 2023. What is life like?
Yeah, I think that big moment for me of realizing that this is a lot of people. I remember talking to my mom, and she was like, wait, what's the population of Orange County? And I don't remember what it is now, but it was I think it was a couple million. And I'm like, I have more than the entire population of my home city. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And at this point in 2023, at 8 million followers, not only did you have more followers than the population of LA, you had more followers than the population of New York City.
That's
the
crazy.
biggest city in the world. So
That's insane.
Yeah. And again, we're not even close to where you're at right now. So I can't wait to get even anywhere close to the 25 million follower conversation, what life is like. Anyways, so let's sit right here at 8 million followers across platforms. 2023, JT Casey. What are the side effects of having 8 million followers right now at this point? So when you go out into stores, what's life like?
I mean, it wasn't insane. I think like I could always go grocery shop. I could go to a movie theater. It was never like I couldn't walk anywhere. I was being stopped in public all the time. Like, don't get me wrong, it would happen every so often, but it wasn't 24/7. Like my life was never, and even now it's like, I can still do all of those things. And it's cool when someone comes up to me, but it's not like I'm being stopped 24/7 and I can't do like normal people thing. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was weird because when I was in Paris, I got recognized more than when I was in LA. Like,
really?
It's super interesting how that works.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it really depends, but I would say probably on the long form side, like 10 million.
So you're at 8 million in 2023, but from what I remember, this is where things started to completely explode and change, and how you got from 8 million followers to where you're at now, 25 million followers.
Right.
And this is the most insane story, and I just want you to tell it.
I remember.
Wait, hold on really quick. I want to tell people, nobody knows this. This is the first time this is actually getting revealed. JT Casey is actually the first person credited with making the first YouTube Shorts organic trend. Like, the first ever trend in YouTube Shorts history was made by the man that I'm interviewing right now. So talk about how you made that trend and how you're credited by executives at YouTube with being the first person to ever make an organic trend on YouTube.
That's insane. We kind of both made it, to be completely real with you.
He can try and give me the credit all he wants. It was mostly you.
Basically what happened was I remember again trying to get out of that reaction niche, trying to get out of that commentary content, and sitting down, scrolling shorts, doing my, seeing what's going on right now. And I remember there were two content creators that were kind of doing something different that I was like, okay, there's something here. Pink shirt couple, pink shirt girl, and triple charm. And I remember seeing both of them scrolling, and they had this like sub counter in the back of all of their videos. And they would like, pink shirt couple, pink shirt girl, she would do this like every single time she'd hit another 100,000 or another million or another, 1.5 million, whatever that is. She would do something crazy. She would like put a, glitter in a balloon and pop it, or something fun like that. And I was like, okay, the idea of that is fantastic. It's going to convert subscribers over. So I want to start using that, but how do I do that with commentary content? It doesn't really make sense. And then I remember Triple Charm started using confetti cannons a ton, just for like, I don't remember even how I saw it, but I remember taking kind of both of those concepts, mashing that together, getting a confetti cannon, getting a sub counter. I mean, there was a point where our living room was absolutely destroyed. I mean, we had confetti like I said, we had all of the big blow up gold numbers that you can get at Party City. They were all like $15. We had every single number lined up on our wall so we could do like a new subscriber confetti pop. You know what I mean? So then we kind of started that. And believe it or not, the first video to blow up was yours. It was not
crazy.
mine.
This is crazy.
We both made a video, confetti popping, and Owens went absolutely parabolic.
It was crazy. I still remember it like it was yesterday. This is definitely when like life changed for me. I'm sitting at 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. JT is like, Owen, you're making this video whether you like it or not. You are posting this idea that I have, and I don't care what you say, you're gonna do it. I'm like, fine, whatever, JT, I'll do it, whatever you say. I post it, and it took about a month for the video to like just get a little bit of numbers. It took a month for it to actually blow up. So it wasn't a lot of views for the first 30 days. 30 days go by, and then randomly, out of nowhere, I refresh my sub count. Oh, I just grew 100,000 followers in one day. I wake up the next day. I just grew 400,000 subscribers in one day. What's happening? One video got me 4 million subscribers on YouTube.
That is insane.
Yeah.
That is absolutely insane. I also want to make it known for the YouTube nerds watching this, he had a real time of 80 million views in 48 hours. That has topped everything. That is anything I have ever done. 80 million views in 48 hours is crazy. That is crazy. Put that into perspective for a second. 48 hours, 80. I mean, was it more than that?
Honestly, that whole like era was a blur. It was just confetti cannon video after confetti cannon video, and at one point you passed Mr. Beast.
I did.
You were number one in the world as being the most followed person in one day, in 1 week.
Yes.
The crazy thing is that people who follow Mr. Beast and subscribe to him, they don't realize that you are the person who made the first ever YouTube Shorts trend. So all the videos that we're seeing Mr. Beast do, and then Mark Rober start to do, and essentially every YouTuber starting to copy and hop on was created by you.
The evolution of that was so cool.
So really the YouTube numbers right now, subscriber wise, are just so inflated. Like people have hundreds of millions of subscribers right now. And just a couple years ago, that was not the case. It was a big deal to have 5 million. It was a big deal to have 10. Now it doesn't mean as much. And so you can kind of thank us for that. It's kind of
low key.
No, very high key.
We kind of ruined YouTube.
We kind of did ruin YouTube.
No, we didn't.
But talk about growing millions of followers a month, basically. And you go from 8 million total followers to 25 million total followers. And what is life like at this point? What is going on? What are the benefits? We'll start there. What are the benefits, JTKC, of having 25 million followers across platforms?
A lot, dude. A lot. To be completely real
Just
with
being
you.
honest.
I mean, it's really cool. Being in LA, there's a lot of events and like movie premieres and networking events and just like the most random cool opportunities that you get because you have a lot of followers. Probably the coolest ones and the ones that just come to mind right off the bat is when we went to the Nickelodeon resort in Punta Cana and Cancun.
Yeah.
That was unreal. We got flown out by Nickelodeon because of this guy. And we spent like 5 days. You got to bring how many plus ones?
I was able to bring like 3 or 4 plus ones for free to the Nickelodeon resort in Punta Cana.
That was so much fun.
And I only had to post like a couple stories and
crazy. Crazy.
Still to this day, Nickelodeon is just going to hold a huge place in my heart because of that trip. There's like the water slides. Even though we're still kids, I felt like a kid.
100%.
You know what I mean? So
the pools attached to the like, oh my gosh, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It's pretty crazy. We could honestly have a whole hour podcast on just that trip. Maybe if you guys want to see that, leave it.
Let us know. Like the video, subscribe.
But yeah, so perks include getting flown out to, international places, getting put up in hotels.
Right.
But what else? What are the other perks?
Other perks, I mean, we both figured this out when we went on our trip across the world, but being able to get hotels for free is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, when you think about that, all you have to do is just pay for the flight, and then you can reach out to Airbnb hosts, you can reach out to hotels. Like, you would be really surprised, especially like independently owned Airbnbs, how many people respond to content creators wanting promotion, because it's like, it does make sense when you really think about it. And a lot of big hotel chains are going to be interested in working with content creators. So pretty much everywhere I go now, I will try to reach out like at least a month in advance to try to get a place comped. And I just went to Hawaii. I just got back like a week ago, went for 8 days. The entire stay was comped. I think some of the other ones that are really, really cool is I just went to Lollapalooza with Snapchat. And that was so fun, being able to go like backstage, media pass, being able to see artists just like walk back and forth. Like I met Del Watergap. I met Dylan from Wallows at Lollapalooza.
That was your favorite artist too.
No, actually one of my favorite artists ever. I have a 3-minute video of me like freaking out, being like, what, the Wallows? Wallows is crazy. And being able to do that as a content creator is so insane.
So did you actually get starstruck with the Wallows?
I was flipping out. I mean, like, but I've seen Wallows live like 6 or 7 times. It was insane seeing him. I remember seeing him like inside of the artist village, and I remember like being like, oh my gosh, I have to go up to him. I'm gonna take a picture with him. Like, I don't do that with people. You know what I mean? I'm like, my mentality when I see like a person who's bigger than me or like an artist or whatever, I'm like, okay, I'm going to know that person one day. I don't want to ruin that interaction immediately right off the bat by like, hey, can I get a picture with you? Can I like whatever? And I remember seeing him. I'm like, I got to take a picture with this guy. And I went up to him at like the artist village and I tap him on the shoulder. I'm like, hey man, excuse me. Like I was stuttering on my words. I could not talk whatsoever. And I was like, excuse me. Like, can I get a picture with you? He's like, yeah, of course. He's like, what's your name? I'm like, this guy's cool. It's just a normal person. You know what I mean? But he was so sick.
Yeah. The access that you can get with 25 million followers to other people that that you are fans of, I'm sure is pretty insane.
It's
Yeah.
it's awesome, dude.
So we're almost at the part where I want to ask you the practical tips you have for me and someone watching this on how to go from 0 followers, maybe you're making content at home, it's not working, to 25 million followers over the span of just a few years like you. So I can't wait to ask you about that in just a sec. But before that, talk to me about the transition that you made from thinking in maybe a long form career on YouTube, and now you're just straight up pumping content, short form only, or are you making long form content? What are your thoughts when you're making content? Is it prioritizing short form, long form? What's the balance?
Yeah, it's very interesting. Even when I'm trying to make a long form video, like my brain is wired for the short form hyper retention, 45 seconds, like 42 seconds is what I try to get all my videos to, type of content. And like, even when you watch some of my long form videos, sometimes they're too fast because I'm just thinking in short form. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So almost you have to tell yourself, slow down,
Right,
JT.
right.
You're going too fast.
Right.
And I feel like everyone else kind of has the opposite problem. They're like, how do I speed this up? I'm too slow. But it's because you've just full sended, like absolutely mastered the short form, fast paced, 42-second retention. You actually need the opposite. You need to tell your editors and yourself to just slow down.
That's
interesting. That's
It-
so
it-
interesting.
it
I've
kinda
never
is.
met anyone like that before.
Yeah, it's weird.
So on that note, do you do videos for the algorithm and trying to get the highest view possible, or do you do it for yourself and what JT Casey truly likes to make?
So my rule of thumb right now is I'm trying to do 2 for the algorithm, 1 for me. So trying to, consciously be like, okay, yes, I know this video is going to do well for the algorithm. And, I want to intertwine my own twists into all the stuff that I'm doing for the algorithm, but also I want to do a video for me, something that I really enjoy doing, something that I'm genuinely passionate about, whatever that is. And I'm trying to do like 3 short form videos a week right now. So most of the time it's like, one of the weekday videos is going to be a video for me, and then a weekend video, and then a Friday video is going to be an algorithm.
That's healthy. So as someone with 25 million followers, I have to ask on the finance side, I'm not going to ask how much money you're making.
This is crazy.
I'm not going to ask how much money you're making. No. Hear me out. But like, I want to ask in terms of like, think of a pie chart, right? Like a pie chart, which has a 100% total number. Like, I want to hear about the top 4 different sections on this pie chart of where you're making the most money.
I would say the pie chart right now probably looks like maybe probably more like 60 to 70% brand deals. And then probably around 30-ish, 35% is going to be like AdSense, Snapchat, like story ads money, Snapchat spotlight money, and then like the TikTok creator fund money.
Okay.
But
5 to
before-
10% left.
Yeah. But before it was completely AdSense. I was never doing brand deals. If I did, it was,
Nice.
very rare. So
Okay.
yeah.
So you've made like a ton of content in your past, like a lot of content, thousands of videos, and not all of them are winners. Are there any you look back on that are just like, why did I make this? This is so cringy. JT, what are you doing?
Not all of them are winners. What are you talking about?
Bro, let's be so for real.
All of them are winners. What are you going on about?
You
right
know what
now?
I mean.
Come
Yes.
on. What
Okay.
is he? All
Sure.
right.
We'll give it to you, but not all of them go viral. Not all of them get 10 million views.
All right. Okay. Probably. I mean, I don't know if you remember this. This was one of the ones where I was like, ooh, what? It was fun in the moment, but looking back on it, you remember that Orbeez video we made?
Orbeez video.
We had we went to Target and we got a kiddie pool. I actually just privated that video, so it doesn't exist anymore.
No. All right, you'll have to give me some content so I can play it on the podcast.
It was one of the first times Owen flew out to LA. And it was, the Orbeez trend that died in like 2016. You know what I mean? 2020, I think it was. We went to Target. We got like a ton of Orbeez, spent probably a couple $100 on Orbeez. And it was to like dump a pool of Orbeez on me or my sister or you or something like that. But you came to Target with me. It was embarrassing, bro. It was so embarrassing. And the whole thing was so fake. And I'm pretty sure we dumped it on Owen and I was like, no, like it was so cringy, bro. It was so bad.
I'm glad
it was
it's
so bad.
privated, man.
Some of the other ones that just come to the top of my head right now. I obviously made a lot of school videos, and a lot of people either were too embarrassed to do it or whatever it is. And you also did this as well. But I made these kind of fake singing videos in the hallways of my school, like during lunch. And wow, I mean, I was known as the TikTok kid, and that's okay. That's okay. I can be known as a TikTok kid. Like, people don't understand also in 2019, being known as a TikTok kid at your high school, it's not cool. That was not cool. That was like 2019 TikTok was not the thing to be doing. And yeah, I would like not even sing. You know, these kids who go to my school, they are talented singers. I wasn't a singer.
So you were lip syncing.
I would lip sing.
Like the person recording you had an audio coming out of its phone.
Yes.
Coming out of their phone, and you would just be lip syncing it, nothing coming out of your mouth in front of hundreds of people at your school.
Hundreds of people at my school. Funny story, actually. Do you know Benson Boone?
I do know Benson Boone.
So it was when he very first started out, he was doing these videos and I would like take one of his audios and pretend to like not be Benson Boone necessarily, but I would take his audio and I would sing the like his, you know, cover of a song, do it in a hallway.
So you're the reason Benson Boone blew up because
I'm the reason Benson Boone is famous. No. But I did do that for a really long time, probably like a couple of months. I am definitely the reason Benson Boone is famous.
That is actually crazy. Absolutely. The origin story of Benson Boone is because JT Casey used his audio
Send it to Benson
at
Boone.
School.
He's gonna unfollow me for sure.
People, bro, when you're in high school and you had millions of followers in high school, being a TikTok kid is not fun. Were you ever bullied like that?
Not like bullied, but like definitely like poked fun of. Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Because I went to an art school again, so everyone's already weird. It was never like anyone was bullying me because everyone's doing art. It's an art school.
That is true.
But it's like a different version of it. And again, it's like this was right when Musical.ly switched. It was cringy. It was cringy to be on TikTok. Yeah. So yeah, of course. But like not like a lot.
That's
you
good.
know?
Public school though.
Talk to me about that. He was in public school doing it. I cannot even imagine.
So having 25 million subs and followers, I mean, you're going to probably have people coming up to you left and right. Like you already mentioned, it happens. But what about your family? Do people come up to your family? If so, this is insane.
Dude, yeah. So there was a point, believe it or not, this is a crazy story where I think my sister was more famous than me, which is crazy to say. But there was a point where, again, 2020, I was making a lot of family content, and my sister was in almost all of the videos, and she was like the center. She was like the person who would be pranked. She was the person who would react, like, you know what I mean? And there was a point where I remember going out in public, and we were at the mall, and someone came up to my sister, took a picture with my sister, and walked away. And I'm like, they don't even know who I am. People are coming up to my sister, and they don't even know me. And it's probably because, again, it's like most of the time I'm filming her, so it's like you have to hear me talk, or sometimes I'm using an audio. I'm not even talking. But my sister was being recognized more than me in public, which is crazy. And like she would go out in public and she would be getting stopped in stores. She would call me. She's like, people are like stopping me at Daiso right now. Like I had like 3 people come up to me, and I'm like, dude, that's insane. Like my sister. Yeah.
Definitely one of the side effects of having 25 million followers is your family gets recognized.
Very
a ton.
Interesting. Yeah. You know, best friends for life right here. Me and my sister. This
look
is Amanda.
At that photo.
Amanda Casey right here. But yeah, she's awesome and very famous. So if you see her in public, take a picture with her.
Take a picture. Even if you see her with JT, don't say anything to JT.
Do not come up to me. Go up to my sister and take a picture with her.
So funny.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that story. That's really cool. Any weird fan mail that you get having 25 million followers?
Not like fan mail. I used to have a PO box, but I haven't had one in a really long time. It was all, you know, it was a small PO box, so I only got like letters. But I went to VidCon last year, 2024, and this wasn't the person who, like, if the person who gave if the person who gave me this and is watching this, I'm sorry. I don't think this was necessarily weird. I think it was very on brand for me. You know what I mean? But I had a meet and greet at VidCon 2024, and no one, like, some people brought me letters, some people whatever, but this girl made personalized Prime Croc gibbets. So like the things that you put on Crocs, she like handmade every different Prime bottle that existed, because Prime was like a really big thing for me in 2023. And this girl hands this to me and she's like I made this for you. And then there's like a couple of like my name, and I was like, this is awesome. Like this is awesome. But hand making Prime gibbets is so sweet. And like the fact that she knew that I like was a Prime kid, like it was really cool. But it startled me a little bit. I'm like, wait, what are these? Because it was like in a plastic bag. Yeah. It was handmade. I do have them on my Crocs though. So
let's go. So before we go, we do have one game we'd like to play with you. And we'd also like to ask you the practical steps that you can give to the people watching this on how they can go from 0 to 25 million followers, just like JT Casey. But the game we're going to play first is, drum roll please,
What are we playing?
Scroll stopper.
Wait, what is that?
Here's how it works. I'm going to tell you a boring title of a YouTube video.
Okay.
And you're going to have to give me a spiced up, retention hacking, clickbaity YouTube title that could make this video go viral.
I'm going to need my idea person here with me for that, but no, okay. Let's do it. Let's do
Okay.
it.
Now you got this, bro. You have faith in yourself. And everyone watching this at home, be the judge. Would this video title go viral? Let's see.
Okay.
Let me know if JT Casey's a good idea guy.
Oh, gosh.
Here we go.
I'm stressed.
Here we go. The first title
Okay.
for Scroll Stopper, making coffee at home.
I made the best cup of coffee at home in 24 hours.
Okay. Okay, that's not bad.
It's kind of.
I like that.
Yes.
I wonder, I don't know if, you know, we'll
Okay.
see. Title, cleaning my room.
I turned my messy room into my dream gaming setup.
Oh,
good, actually. It's
How do you just come up with that?
That's actually a really good idea.
That's
Actually,
really
it's a
good.
idea.
If you use that, I'm getting 20%. Trying a new burger place.
I found the best burger in Los Angeles.
These are good. I'm impressed. Only two more. Unboxing headphones.
Maybe like $30 versus $300 headphones. You know what I mean? Like
The fact you just come up with these off the dome is insane.
It's a good intro too. It's a
Good intro. Last one, and then you're giving us the tips.
Okay.
Testing a phone gadget.
Ooh, like I tested the top 5 weirdest iPhone cases or something like that.
Okay.
I've done that before.
I
so.
love it. Let us know what the best title was that Mr. JT Casey gave us. And if you make a video to one of these titles, make sure to tag him and us. We'll try and feature it in the next podcast episode. And we'll even give away a very lucky viewer, maybe a prize.
Oh, maybe a limited edition Prime bottle potentially.
Oh, maybe some some Crocs, some
Maybe
widgets.
some money. Okay.
That's not in budget, bro. Cut the camera, cut the
right.
camera. Beep. Okay, now this is the moment we've all been waiting for. This is actually kind of crazy. I get to ask you this and you're sharing this with us. I think companies pay millions of dollars in consulting fees to people for this advice, but you're going to give it to us for free. As someone with 25 million followers, what are the best ways, most helpful ways, the best tips you could give everyone watching this, how they can go from maybe 1,000 followers, maybe 10 views of video,
Yep.
to millions of views of video, to 25 million followers? Give it to us.
Dude, I mean, before I say this, I just want to say I've never said this publicly. So this is the first time I'm ever revealing anything even to this caliber before. So
My goodness.
this is kind of a big deal right now. Again, these might be basic, but I think these 3 things personally for me is how I went from starting content creation to being a full-time content creator. I would say the first thing, just right off the bat, you got to be consistent. You have to be consistent. Telling the algorithm that you are a content creator is by far the biggest thing. You know what I mean? Like if you think of the algorithm like a person, you know, you posting once a month or you posting, 10 times a day one day and then the next week you don't post at all, the algorithm is like, okay, he's just doing this for fun. Like this is nothing serious. Like everything in life, if you really want to be good at it, you want to take it seriously. So posting, however many times a week that is, it doesn't have to be once a day. It doesn't have to be, a couple times a week. Even if it's once a week, doing that for 3 months straight, you are telling the algorithm, hey, I'm showing up on Saturday at 9 a.m. every single week and I'm trying to do the thing, you know what I mean? And the algorithm is going to pick up on that and then start serving your videos to an audience, even if it's not the right audience right off the bat. It's going to start serving your videos to an audience. I would say another thing that really helped me out in the very beginning, I think a lot of people have a really hard time finding a niche, but creating an avatar when you do find a niche for your ideal viewer really, really helped me when making content. Let me kind of explain this a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think I heard this somewhere and I started picturing it in my mind, and it has been one of the most infinitely helpful things ever. So my niche, challenge, food, travel. Those are kind of like my 3 buckets of content creation. And I'm like, all right, challenge, it's going to mean it's a little bit younger. Food, maybe, that can be a guy or a girl thing. Travel, guy or a girl thing. Because I mean, I don't know why, but most my avatar that I have in my head is like a middle school guy. and you want to come up with like a name for him. You want to come up with like his hobbies. Like you literally want to have like a made up avatar in your head. So then when you're making videos, be like, would Blake like this? You know what I mean? And that's like the avatar that you would come up with. Just so again, when you're making videos, you can have that like picture perfect, you know, version of what you think your viewers are. And believe it or not, you're going to start like it's going to start working. Your videos are going to start being served to viewers just like that, you know?
Yeah.
And being, you know, having a really wide net is a great thing, but also having one, you know, specific person that you can be shoving all your videos to, it's going to mean they're going to get a lot, you know?
Yeah.
But
So step 1, be consistent. Step 2, create an avatar. What's the
Yeah.
third step in getting hopefully to 25 million followers like you?
Step 3 is pick the platform that's right for you. Okay. I'm also going to explain this one here. I think every platform has their own thing that they specialize in, right? So YouTube, the audience on YouTube is naturally going to be a little bit younger when it comes to YouTube Shorts. The audience on Instagram Reels is naturally going to be maybe a little bit older, maybe a little bit more aesthetic, maybe a little bit more learning, you know what I mean? The audience on TikTok is going to be brain rot. Like there's just different types of audiences across platforms. And picking the platform that aligns with the content that you're making, I think is so important. Again, for me, food, hyper retention, super heavy editing. Obviously the platform is going to be a YouTube. For someone who, is maybe more lifestyle, maybe more, you know, again, more into the aesthetics, more into, you know, doing things a little bit slower, more into like being locked in with that specific creator. That place is going to be Instagram. You know what I mean? So I think just doing like light research on each one of the platforms to kind of see like what platform is right for you. Snapchat would be like the unfiltered, you know what I mean? The creator that doesn't want editing, right? Because it's just raw, authentic 24/7. So picking the platform that fits the type of content that you want to create is huge, and I think vastly overlooked. That doesn't mean that you just have to be on that one specific platform. You want to be on all platforms, but having a main platform and then having the platform that syndicates from that main platform is huge. Not every creator is going to have the exact same type of content crush on every platform in 2025. And I think a bonus one for maybe the people who are a little
we're getting a bonus tip from JT.
For maybe people who are a little bit further in the creator process, but are having a hard time going from making $1,000 a month and going to like becoming a full-time content creator. I think being friends with marketing managers, executives at companies, you know, people at movie premieres, all that kind of stuff, being friends with people who are going to give you the brand deal is a lot more useful than you might think. You're probably like, okay, wait, but I don't live in LA. How could I possibly be friends with people? I'm not going to these networking events. Guys, utilize LinkedIn as a content creator. Wow, this guy put me on LinkedIn in like 2022, 2025. I didn't tell you this. I just got reached out to for like a consulting opportunity from a guy who specifically found me on LinkedIn.
What?
And it's kind of a lot of money. Like, dude, utilize LinkedIn, connect with these marketing managers on LinkedIn, reach out to them cold. Like you would be surprised how many people are going to respond to you. And it's probably going to start getting you to events in the certain city that you live in. Like content creator events exist in every city. You don't have to be in Los Angeles. You don't have to be in New York. They exist everywhere. You don't have to be in a major city. But just being nice to people, dude. Being nice to people is so overlooked.
Let's go.
So
awesome.
Yeah, man.
Well, Mr. Casey, this has been so much fun. I just want to thank you again for coming on, being my first guest. We got to do this again. Let us know if you guys watching this want to see a part two. I have so many more questions on so many different fronts. And so we could be here, honestly, for 12 hours. We could. For my sake, for the viewer's sake, for your sake, for our team's sake, this has been real. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is so much fun.
Yes, sir.
Guys, 10,000 likes, part two. 10,000 likes for a part two. Like the video, subscribe.
Peace.